everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampAcrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. We've been working on a flood of projects from our Super Saturday event, and I've got another one for you today. For the original project, we used the Weekend Adventures sticker sheet and designer paper. And it only comes with one sticker sheet. It's a big sticker sheet, but I've used most, whoops, look out. I've used most of the stickers. This is all I have left. And I'm gonna show you the project that we used, or that we made. What's this one right here? So this was a large sticker, and then these two. And then we tied a little linen thread to hold it closed, and then open it up, and it's a happy birthday. And then you can slide in, it's just a little flap to hold in a gift card or money, and then that the ribbon held it in on the sides. So because we only had one of these stickers, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. And I brought in the same base, and I just cut 3/4 of an inch off either side of that front flap. And then I've used the tree paper from it's the opposite side of the acorn, which I used on the first card. So I'm using the tree on this one, and we are just going to adhere this on the inside. And I'll post measurements and supplies on my blog. I love that color. All right, we're doing the same inside. So I have a piece of vanilla, and then I've scored it, and it's still 5 1/4, but it fits. It's just a little bit narrower than our flap here, so that we can adhere it down. And I'm going to pull in a different stamp set. We're still going to do a birthday card, but I'm going to use the birthday celebration stamp set. I was just looking for some birthday sentiments that were a little larger than some of the others. So I'm just gonna stamp hooray on the inside. And the inside is done. I'll just adhere this so it's kind of centered in that top flap, just like that. All right. And then for the front, I've taken the Scenic Adventures dies, and I cut a little mountain out of some crumb cake, and then I cut a couple trees out of old olive. So what I think I'm going to do is I still need that ribbon or the linen thread to tie in here so that so our gift card doesn't slide out. So I'm going to leave this little channel to put some ribbon in, and just trying to see what I did with my linen thread. It's probably sticking on the floor somewhere. So I'll just grab another piece and then I'll find it. I'm just going to lay that there so it's kind of set up. Use some dimensionals. I want it loose because I've got to adjust, and I'm going to just put this right at the bottom of our flap. Okay, and then if you want, you could pop these up, or you could just use some adhesive and put those down. Since I've already popped up the mountains, I'm just going to adhere this down. I'm going to put it up just a hair, fill in a little bit of that space, and then we're going to stamp and emboss our sentiment right there. Let's go ahead and pull this down. Normally I like to stamp and emboss first, but that didn't happen this time, so we are going to do that now. And I'm just going to do Make-A-Wish on the front with some Versamarks. Let's just use a little embossing buddy there. Get our Versamark ink, Make-A-Wish from that same birthday sentiment. I'm going to put it right there. Get a little bit of white embossing powder. All right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Make sure there's no random powders anywhere. Let's heat our heat tool up. All right. Give it just a second to get warm. And then as soon as you see it heating up, go ahead and start moving it around. You don't have to wave it like this all the time. Once it's shiny, you're done. We'll give that a second to cool off, and then I'm going to brush off that powder. Okay. And just brush off all that embossing powder that I was liberal with. And then let's grab a few of these Riverside Irregular Pearls. And I could use any of these. I think I'm going to use this kind of middle color. Kind of look like river rocks, but I'm going to just put a couple right there to fill in some of that blank space and give a little bit of texture. And that's it. Isn't that beautiful? It's just a super fun, easy masculine card to do, gift card holder. And you could do it this way if you want, if you have that sticker sheet, or, you know, decorate it any way you want. It's just kind of a nice fun fold where you use that designer paper on the inside instead of the front. All right, if you have any questions, I'm going to post measurements and supplies on my blog. And any orders placed with me for $50 or more is going to receive a kit of that month's card class. And I would love to have your order. Please click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and we'll see you all soon. All right, bye-bye.